Afternoon, folks. So this is just a video update. Nothing too organized. Nothing planned out. I was trying to get ready and do some work on the chicken coop, which I gotta get done this week. I still am trying to get used to the thought that I have to carry the camera around a lot of times when I'm doing my jobs and have it sort of planned out and organized. That's a challenge that I'm trying to get over. So at least I'm doing a quick video, sort of giving you a status of where everything is, and just having a quick conversation, just to say hello and how is everything going. And I'll get more organized. The one thing I haven't brought up yet, along with trying to learn the channel, I am also trying to integrate AI into that process. I know how important it's becoming, and I'll be honest with you, we're all going to be affected by it. We don't know what AI is going to be or what may happen, but we know it is going to impact us. So we need to embrace it to some respect. You know, we need to learn to talk with it. We need to know how to prompt it and how to utilize it. Because I'll be honest with you, it's taken me time, and I still don't have it efficient, but it helps me organize my editing and my topics and my titles and my thumbprints and my chapters. I got a list of 10 things, and I'll do a separate video sometime on that. It's amazing if you learn how to work with it, how it can help you. But that's all I'm going to talk about AI for now. More to come on that. We've been having, I'm getting sick of rain. It's the first week in May, starting the second week. The farm is still wet, and it's going to take 2 weeks if it stops raining for 4 or 5 days. Oh my gosh. Everything's wet, but in between I have been doing things. I have been. The chicken coop hasn't been left alone. I'm up today, so I can't put the roof, I can't build a roof on the house in the garage. And I don't want to get it outside unless I have a full day that I can work on it and complete it, so I got a roof on it, and then it can stay outside. So today I've gotten to the point where I got the frame up. My grandson and Eli and I built the compartments for egg laying yesterday, and then after I do this video, I'm going to come back and start getting some of the walls put on it and maybe build a door. But like I said, my grandson helped me with that, so I happened to just buy something for the grandkids, and I do have one video I took.
Insurance purposes, in case you break your leg.
I bought a zip line for the grandkids, and actually, to be honest with you, for the parents also, and maybe the grandparents. Actually, all right, I tried it. I did. It was fun. It's short. It's only 100 feet. I still got to take the big locust, and there's another oak over the house. Still got to get to that. They're coming back. Dave and Bree, I think, are due back. Not this week. Maybe the following Monday or Tuesday. Oh, change though. So, the chickens. I was doing a little research, and I was just, refreshing myself on black locusts. And I went to one website, and I'm looking at the description, and then it says poisonous livestock. And I keep reading. The bark, and I went to 2 or 3 different sources. The bark, the flowers, the leaves, all poisonous to chickens. Can't put your chickens underneath it. Well, guess what? I was planning on putting my chickens under 2 locust trees. I freaking had a dead flock maybe, and who knows, a week. I don't know. Someone tell me I got bad information. But since I can't put the chickens where I wanted to put them, up behind the house, which is where I have to put them because I can't put them down by the farm because I'm in a residential ag district, and they are telling me anything from my house to the road is the front yard, which means I have to go through zoning. That's going to take me a couple months. I just can't get through that zoning process fast enough. I got the chickens coming in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks now. So I got to figure out a place to put it. The only place I can put it is across from my game room, over by the wood shed in this area here. I should have a picture I can put up that shows you what it looked like before, but this was a big pile of dirt. I was always going to, in the new landscape plan, I got a landscape of a new sidewalk and patio going up through the house, which don't know if I'll ever get to that this year. I may start it, doubt I'll complete it. But I was always going to put a driveway out a ways to get into the back of the woods, because right now I'm using the sidewalk area because I'm ripping it up anyways. I don't care about it. That will become landscape sooner or later. So I've always had a thought of building a road near the woodshed out to the back of the woods. For now though, I've come in with my bucket and my backhoe, and I've gotten rid of a ton of dirt. There was a big root right next to that big rock, granite. I think my grandson looked, we did a guess measurement and looked it up, like 4 or 5 ton, or really it was higher. I swear he said something like 6 ton, which could be. It's a big rock. Let's just say it ain't going anywhere. So I'm going to build a wall. I'm going to change the wall coming out from the woodshed, bringing more around the rock, and then I may get rid of this stump also. I got a half dug out, but I got a nice little backhoe, but it ain't super powerful. It's a little backhoe. It takes time, and I'm working the heck out of it trying to get some of these things done. But it's doing the job. I just got to be patient. Every now and then something breaks. I popped a hydraulic line last week doing, I'll tell you about that. That's all that brush that I had down by the farm. When I found out I couldn't use the wood chips because most of the brush is locust for the chickens, the town has a pickup coming up this week. So I moved all that brush out to the road. But so I'm going to make room for a road in here, but then for now, at least a couple months, maybe longer, I'm building a 10 by 20 area right here that I can put the chicken cage and coop, which will make it easy. I can run electric out to it if I need it, like if it does turn out to be all here semi-permanent, to keep the water warm in the winter. And I can watch it from my house. If something tries to get into it, the windows open up and I can take care of the pest. Back a couple videos, the introduction, I was in the grow room saying I have all these plants, I gotta get them out of here somehow. Well, here's the solution. So I brought everything outside and I have it on pallets. So if it gets too cold at night, I can bring my tractor over with the forks, get the pallets, and I'm trying to keep the garage pretty much empty, at least get it. If I know it's going to get cold at night, I can move stuff and get all the pallets inside. So that's what I'm doing. It's helped. Things are doing good. I had to transplant all my tomatoes. They were getting. I'm learning a lot this year about timing of when to start things. And at first I thought I was late and I got things started, but then I didn't have the ventilation system or the temperature controls the way I wanted it, so things grew much faster. I'm still trying to maintain stuff. I got my beef steaks now. I got them into 6-inch pots and then staked them up a little bit. They're starting to go a little yellow, but I can tell you they're looking much better. And I think I can get 2 weeks out of them, and then hopefully in 2 weeks I can get them in the ground and start doing a little more with them. Everything else seems to be doing okay, but it's just the thought of trying to grow from seed through harvest, and it's a learning process. So what the heck. I got broccoli, gonna have the broccoli going. Peppers are doing okay, and those are my Roma tomatoes. They're the nice firm ones. They're great for sauce. I use those to make sauce. The beef steaks are all just those nice big slices to put on a hamburger or a sandwich. Nice BLT. Oh, I can't wait till BLT sandwich time. That is great. So I did have a big pile of stone over there. I had to take up some of my parking space and just start moving stuff around. My poor tractor, I try to keep that inside when I hate to put it in the rain. And I gotta do maintenance. I got another project. I gotta get both the mower and my tractor in the garage. So I gotta get that chicken coop out of there quick, because these guys I gotta go through them. I gotta do the oil change. I gotta do all that good stuff before I use them too much more. You gotta take care of your equipment. That's why I feel sorry I had to put her outside. I've already mowed the lawn 4 times, which I'm trying to get, so it's fairly wet, but I got the right size mower. It's got nice float tires, does a nice job. This was all brush. That's all pulled out. These were lilacs that I had on the side of the driveway, going up the driveway, and were reaching over the driveway, and I knew they were going to get in the way to plow with. So last year I just came down, just dug a few holes with my backhoe and just dug it out of the ground, bare-rooted all the shrubs, transplanted them, cut the heck out of them, just stubbed them down. But lilacs, I think they're just Syringa vulgaris, which is the common lilac. I won't get any flowers out of it this year, but they're growing. They're strong. I had to do the same thing for the apple trees this year. They weren't pruned for 2 or 3 years, so I think in the first video I showed a picture. I had all that brush down here also from trimming the apple trees about a month or so ago. But they're all flowering now. Now, did I really trim the heck out of them? Yeah, but they needed it. And I'm gonna sort of suffer a little bit this year. I won't have as much production as I would like, but they will be less. I'll have to take off less this coming year, so they won't go in so much shock, because I probably shocked the trees a lot when I took a good amount off, because I had to get them back to a manageable shape and size. Now, I talked about I got 4 new trees up there that I'm going to plant on the other side of the farm. Well, between the wetness, and you can't hear it, but boy, it's still soggy out here. Unfortunately, there is my 50 by 100 vegetable bed for this year. And unfortunately, it's still got a lot of water in it. And if you look out by the road, you can probably see all that brush. That's the brush that I put out by the road. So on either side, out by the road of the property, I've built two beds, which I'm going to put some nice white picket fence, like three section picket fence in there at angles, and then put a nice landscape around it. I do want to raise that up. There's the brush, a little bigger, better picture of the brush. This year I am so excited because I think it's going to be beautiful in July when they harvest it. I got a field of wheat. So when they, it's gonna look beautiful as it starts to brown out. But when they roll it and they gotta leave it there for a couple days, I'll have some fantastic pictures. And like I said, I got brush over there, and I may have, if I gets a little time, if it doesn't rain tomorrow, I may bring some more out, because they're not supposed to pick up. I think they're supposed to pick up Wednesday or Thursday this week. But I filled it, and that's where I ran over one of the branches, and it snagged a hydraulic line on the bottom of my tractor, and I lost my steering right on the edge of the road. I was so lucky I wasn't in the road. But that was my first big repair of the tractor, and I got it done, which was good. And then 2 days later, I dropped a link in my forward and reverse. Luckily, that was a simple one. That's just a cotter pin broke off. I still had to get underneath. You gotta be careful. You can't just get underneath tractors. I did safely. So, well, enough of this. Hopefully, I'll trim it down a little bit before I publish it. But yeah, I just wanted to get something out and try something a little less organized and just a little more what the day was. And since it quieted down and it didn't rain as much as they're calling for today, I wanted to get a little video. Alright, way too long. Take care and enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.